General Hospital spoilers reveal that Ken Schreiner is speaking out about his abrupt exit from the show. Scott vanished after getting tangled up in all the drama with Agent John, Jagger Cates, and Ava Jerome, so fans have been wondering when they'd see Scott back on screen again. Unfortunately, there's no sign of Scott making a comeback anytime soon, at least according to what Ken Schreiner had to say on X, formerly known as Twitter. Schreiner seemed awfully pessimistic about Scott's return chances, so let's talk about some of his latest posts. Although Schreiner had foot surgery not too long ago, that wasn't the reason Scott was written out. Schreiner was already wearing his special boot in his last scenes before he vanished, so he clarified that his medical ordeal wasn't a factor. However, Schreiner addressed how weird it was that Scott just disappeared in response to one fan. When another viewer expressed hope that he'd be back to GH soon, Schreiner confessed that was probably not happening. One more fan insisted that the sooner Scott returns, the better. Unfortunately, Schreiner stood by his stance that Scott doesn't currently have any kind of comeback in the works. Scott Baldwin gone, Schreiner confirmed in a post that he sent out to all his ex-followers. Some viewers were disappointed when Scott's role in Heather Weber's storyline was given to Rick Lansing, who's taken over her case. Others are excited to see Rick back in action, but it's still a shame to see Scott get shoved aside. Of course, this isn't the first time Ken Schreiner has spoken out about his departure from the show like this. Whenever Scott heads off-screen for an extended period, Schreiner tends to make posts addressing his character's absence. Scott's exit has never proven permanent before, so our predictions suggest it won't be for good this time either. That said, it's obvious Schreiner doesn't have any material coming up right now, so this Scotty drought will continue for a while. General Hospital spoilers say there'll be a lot happening in Port Charles in the meantime, so stay tuned for updates on Heather's legal fight and any other stunning news to come. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. However, as the week of September 9th to 13th approaches, General Hospital promises viewers a thrilling series of developments with shocking revelations, dangerous secrets, and life-changing moments for some of Port Charles' most beloved characters. At the center of these storylines are Dr. Isaiah, Christina, Sonny, Alexis, Dante, Jason, Liz, Rick, and Holly, each facing personal battles that could alter their lives forever. From hidden obsessions to life-saving returns, here's what to expect during this dramatic week in Port Charles. Dr. Isaiah's haunted recovery. Dr. Isaiah is slowly recovering from the accident that left him critically injured, but his mind is not at peace. As he regains consciousness, strange new obsessions begin to haunt him, raising concerns not only about the accident, but also about dark secrets from his past. Isaiah has hidden these secrets for years, but now they are resurfacing in vivid detail, making it impossible for him to continue avoiding the truth. These buried memories could have serious consequences for those around him, especially within the medical environment where he works. The layers of secrets Dr. Isaiah thought were long gone are gradually being revealed. These obsessions are more than just anxiety over the accident. They stem from decisions and actions in his past that he has concealed. With each day of his recovery, Isaiah gets closer to exposing the truth, which could completely change his life and the lives of those involved. The tension between healing physically and confronting his psychological demons is creating a dangerous storm that could spiral out of control. Christina's dark secret and her parents' struggles. The truth about John's death has finally come to light. Christina is revealed as the one who shot him. However, instead of peace, the revelation has only led to more chaos. Sonny and Alexis, despite knowing the truth, are doing everything in their power to cover up their daughter's crime. They understand that if Christina's involvement is uncovered, she could face devastating legal consequences, and out of love for their child, they are willing to take the risk. Sonny, with his connections and power, uses all his influence to erase any trace of Christina's guilt, while Alexis, who has always upheld ethical principles, finds herself drawn into a web of lies and illicit actions. The parents are torn between their legal responsibilities and their unconditional love for Christina, forcing them into a series of difficult and dangerous decisions. As the secrets and schemes surrounding John's death continue to grow, every misstep they make only complicates the situation further. The dark path that Sonny and Alexis have chosen to protect Christina is leading them deeper into a moral dilemma that may have dire consequences for the entire family. The devastating loss of Sam McCall. The revelation of Sam's death sends shockwaves through Port Charles, leaving both Dante and Jason reeling. They couldn't believe what they were hearing, and the loss has hit them hard, especially Jason, who shared a deep bond with Sam. Overwhelmed with grief, Jason feels as though he is drowning in sorrow, haunted by the memories of the love they once shared. He is not only grappling with the emotional devastation of losing Sam, but he is also driven to uncover the truth behind her death. Dante, while not as emotionally close to Sam as Jason, is equally shaken by the tragedy. As a friend and comrade in the fight against crime, he is determined to seek justice for Sam. Both men are convinced that Sam's death was not an accident. It could be the result of dark schemes and actions that Sam had been facing in recent times. The heartbreak of her death doesn't just disrupt their lives, it spurs them into action. Jason won't rest until he finds those responsible, while Dante is relentless in his investigation. Sam's death opens a new tense chapter in Port Charles, one filled with unresolved conflicts, danger, and a quest for vengeance. Rick's plot against Sonny. While the city reels from Sam's death and Christina's dark secret, Rick is quietly plotting behind the scenes, adding to the mounting tension in Port Charles. His target is none other than Sonny, and Rick is determined to take him down with calculated precision. Liz, who has had a complicated relationship with Rick, begins to notice changes in his behavior, though she hasn't fully grasped the extent of his plans. The pressure on Liz is immense. Rick's shady actions are worrying her, and she knows that once Rick sets his sights on Sonny, things will not be simple. Rick's manipulation of Liz and the complex relationships she shares with those around her have made her a pawn in his dangerous game. As Rick's plans become clearer, Liz finds herself caught in the middle of a battle of wits, torn between loyalty to those she cares about and the looming threat of being used by Rick. The stakes are higher than ever, and the tension between Rick and Sonny is bound to explode, dragging Liz along with them. On the other hand, General Hospital spoilers tease that Lulu Spencer's medical issues are causing quite a stir with the residents of Port Charles. While her close friends and family are concerned with finding a match so Lulu can have a liver transplant, other people are reminded of their history with her. Tracy Quartermain gave Dante Falconeri an earful about the way he treated Lulu before their divorce. Years ago, Carly Spencer paid Brooke Lynn Quartermain to seduce Dante away from Lulu. Brooke Lynn drugged Dante and tried to have her way with him, but apparently nothing happened before Lulu caught them. But Brooke Lynn seems particularly upset by these memories, as if there is more to the story. Perhaps Lulu was too late to stop Dante and Brooke Lynn from making love. GH spoilers: Lulu Spencer is in a coma. Lulu has been comatose for almost 4 years now, so it's been easy for Brooke Lynn to forget about that time. She's moved on with her new husband Harrison Chase, and Dante has moved on with Sam McCall. But if something more happened between Dante and Brooke Lynn, it could finally come out once Lulu wakes up, especially if Brooke Lynn ended up pregnant. But if Brooke Lynn was pregnant back then, what could have happened to the baby? General Hospital spoilers: Giovanni Palmieri could be the key. It's very interesting that Giovanni Palmieri has been told a certain story about his parents. He never knew his father, and his mother apparently died when he was just 10 years old. Oi Cerullo seems to be keeping a secret about Gio, and there's also the fact that Sonny Corinthos has been bankrolling Gio's education. What if Brooklyn gave her baby up for adoption, and Lois and Sonny both know exactly who adopted him and are now keeping the secret, and Dante and Brooklyn are Gio's birth parents? What do you think? Could Brooklyn and Dante have actually made love? Did Brooklyn give the baby up? Do Lois and Sonny know exactly where that baby is? The possibility of Gio being the son of Dante and Brooklyn adds a layer of intrigue to their past relationship, particularly given the complex dynamics at play during the time Carly paid Brooklyn to seduce Dante. While this plotline has not been explicitly confirmed in the show's narrative, the idea that Dante and Brooklyn could have been intimate during that time is an interesting one, and it opens up many potential storylines. Brooklyn has always been a character who operates in morally gray areas, especially when she feels cornered or pressured by family obligations. Carly's involvement in orchestrating the seduction adds another layer of complexity, making the situation more about manipulation and less about genuine connection. However, if Dante and Brooklyn were indeed intimate, it would explain a lot about Brooklyn's guilt and her complicated feelings toward Dante. The idea that Gio could be their son raises several questions. Why would Brooklyn keep this a secret for so long? How would this revelation impact Dante, who is deeply connected to his family, including his relationship with his son Rocco? And how would this affect Brooklyn, who has always struggled with her own sense of identity and belonging? If the writers choose to explore this storyline, it could have significant ramifications for all characters involved. Dante might find himself torn between his loyalty to his current family and the emotions that this revelation would bring. Brooklyn could be forced to confront her past actions and the consequences of keeping such a monumental secret. This potential storyline could lead to emotional confrontations, dramatic reveals, and a re-examination of past relationships, making for compelling television. If you're interested in diving deeper into this theory or exploring fan discussions, checking out fan forums and sites dedicated to General Hospital would be a good starting point. These discussions often offer fascinating insights and theories that can enrich your understanding of the show's intricate storylines. However, General Hospital spoilers tease Portia Robinson is hardly tolerant of any situation she's not comfortable in. She doesn't want Heather Weber back on the streets, and who can blame her? Heather tried to kill her daughter, and despite her medical knowledge of the situation, Portia doesn't want to risk changing that Heather is snowing everyone, or that it wasn't some part of her, inherently, that compelled her to commit those crimes and kill those other people. But just how far is Portia willing to go to keep her baby girl safe? Will she risk everything? General Hospital spoilers. Trina is everything. Certainly, Portia will risk it all. Her career means next to nothing to her without her daughter. She needs to have the security in knowing that Trina is safe from the rage of the mad woman who tried to kill her. Is that really too much to ask? Seeing Heather hauled back to prison was one of the best days of Portia's life. She could finally breathe a sigh of relief. She can't deal with the possibility that any court could set her free now. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Portia certainly isn't telling her hubby what she's really thinking, but that's become a bit of the norm for her. To be honest, it seems it always was. Has she learned nothing from that paternity snafu that nearly cost her the man she waited decades for? When Curtis approached her at Drew Quartermain's speech in Rice Plaza, inquiry as to why she was checking up on Heather's lab work, Portia dismissed it as just being part of the job. While she passed on the fact that Rick Lansing would now be Heather's attorney, neither of them spoke about it much further, and Portia likes it that way. Curtis definitely wouldn't co-sign the thoughts that Portia is having about breaking protocol at work and breaking the law. Portia has worked hard to get where she is, but nothing is more important to her than her baby girl, Trina. Being the co-chief of staff of a major metropolitan hospital is a goal she didn't even know she was reaching for until it practically landed in her lap. Giving that up just to fudge some test results so that Heather can't pursue her case would be reckless, but that's just how Portia is feeling right now, along with being terrified that Heather would win in court and be set free. Whatever will she do with herself if she's found out, which she will be? Could she ever work as a doctor again? Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers to find out. Additionally, Sonny and Jagger's storyline is taking a big shape because the impossible event is likely to happen on the show. Carly Spencer and Ava Jerome are expected to come together to save Sonny from getting imprisoned. Carly is expected, but how will Ava Jerome get ready to help Sonny? Let us delve into the details of the upcoming storylines. The spoilers indicate that Sonny meets Ava Jerome after killing Jagger and tells her to not worry about the complications. If you remember, then Ava was feeling insecure by teaming up with Jagger. She knew that Jagger was using her to get his hands on Sonny. Jagger even knew her secret of tampering with Sonny's bipolar medicines, so his death is such a relief for her. She may be thankful to Sonny for killing Jagger and promise to help him in return. On the other hand, Sonny is likely to face a huge backlash from his own son Dante. Christina will try to save her father, while Dante will put his duty forward and warn Sonny to face legal charges ahead. Sonny's visit to Carly will be his first step to seeking help in this case. Carly and Ava team up and take Jason's help to save Sonny. Jason's link to Jagger and Anna may help Sonny to get rid of the legal charges, but the spoilers tease that he will not ask Jason directly for help. Sonny uses another way. He is likely to ask Carly and Ava to prevent his imprisonment by convincing Anna that Sonny was with them the night Jagger got shot. This week, Anna is not expected to stop her investigation against Sonny because she is already accused of helping Sonny earlier. Her job may get into trouble if she lets Sonny get out so easily. However, Carly and Ava may present themselves as the witness of Sonny's innocence. When their claims are ineffective in front of Anna, Carly may decide to ask Jason for help. Jason has arrived back in the form of Sonny's savior, and this week will show if he will convince Anna to back up from the case or if he will support Anna's investigation. He holds a special place in this storyline because of his strong connections on both sides. It will be a tough decision for Jason to choose among them, so stay tuned for the revelation of this suspense. Moreover, General Hospital spoilers. Lois Cirillo works for Deception. Lois became the spokesperson for Deception just a few weeks ago, but up until now, she's mostly been involved in in-store promotions. As viewers know, Lois has always had a very heavy Brooklyn accent. It's always been as much a part of her as her flashy clothes and nails. But at the end of the segment, a viewer called in and complained about how difficult it was to understand her. This made Lois terribly self-conscious despite reassurances from both Brooklyn and Gio. In fact, after her discussion with Gio, Lois made a call to a dialect coach for an appointment. Although Lois may be going on a voyage of self-discovery, perhaps there's more to this than meets the eye. What if Lois is immediately attracted to the coach and the feeling becomes mutual? Could this be how Lois meets her next romantic interest? Perhaps the coach will even convince Lois that she is beautiful just as she is and advise her not to change a thing, even as they agree to see each other as a potential date. It's about time Lois had a love of her own. What do you think? Is Lois being too self-conscious, or did the caller have a point about her accent? Could a dialect coach bring much-needed romance to Lois' life? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.